is a bang. You didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up, then I again.
Gone, feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chillers in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting cold.
Our Father who art in heaven, I love when you toss me blessings. You never throw interceptions, I catch them like O.D. Beckham. Hard to not the devil when built like Tiana Teller and balling at 27. I feel like Iman Shumpert. Know there's a disconnect when the sheep start to lead the shepherd. The weak start to be aggressive, the streets start to be the reverend. Bragging about first class, seated on 9/11. They spirits are not united, allegiance.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's Wilson to throw right away. Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a heck of an effort from Josh Allen getting in there defensively.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Now Gordon on 1st down. Room here to run. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
We know Melvin Gordon is very effective getting to the perimeter, but being a former University of Wisconsin Badger means you know how to run the ball inside and with power as well. I also like the fact that he's a weapon in the passing game. Had as many as 58 catches in a season. Throw it to him in space and look out.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now it's Wilson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Etienne, and he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this game, the 9th that the Jags have played here in London. You might know that Shad Khan, he's the owner of both the Jaguars and Fulham in the English Premier League on the soccer side of things. And this is the 3rd of 3 London games the NFL will play this year. But there is one more game to come over on the continent. The Seahawks and Bucks from Munich, Germany. The first time a regular season game will be played there. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first. The Jaguars sitting at 5-2 on the year. And they've been playing well, really well. The winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out.
And last week, not only on the scoreboard, but I saw it on tape as well. Definitely not one of their final performances because they were outclassed pretty much right from the start. So I think there'll be a renewed emphasis on trying to be a little better out of the gate in this one so they don't fall into a big hole. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame, get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 34. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 more yards there and another first down. 2-0 after one on EA Sports.
On the double. Hey, work it.
They'll run with ETN. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try to run with ETN. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. Patterson's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. And he's going to get this down near the 25. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Here's Wilson. Touchdown, Broncos! Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have moved out in front. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Now Lawrence on first down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On play action, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. Touchdown Jaguars. Zay Jones, 35 yards. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Washington now brings this out. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now Wilson. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, he obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him think.
By that part?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside for the completion.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Wilson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And the Jags are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll run with Etienne. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for it, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. He's able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
They'll try the left side with Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll look to ETN to start things out. Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They go play action with Lawrence. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And some room to roam now. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 65 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll go again with ETN. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Straight ahead, ETN. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down. Going for it, here's ETN. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the 1st down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Etienne up the middle, and he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps a deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Play action. Now Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Here's Wilson to throw. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
A handoff running left is Etienne. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
Second and 16.
Look at me. Go.
Another toe for Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. DJ Jones drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 7. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The offense on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, Wilson. Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now it's Wilson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
He's got room at the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs. Wilson will throw again. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. On first down, Wilson. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Touchdown! Javonte Williams. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. A big play there on the catch and run. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Here's a give to Etienne. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a 1-score game. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has the better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jaguars get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson to throw. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Throwing now is Wilson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now Wilson. He's got Hamler. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Here's Wilson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
To throw again is Wilson. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's going to try and go deep again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who.
Yeah. Hold up.